Well, today's the last day of August, and I have a new Toro zero-turn radius mower, which is the ss5000 time cutter. It's got the smart speed trim, tow, and mow package on it, and it does not come with a hour meter to kind of keep track of how many hours you've got on your motor. And I purchased a hour meter off of eBay for like 12 bucks, I think, and some change. This is the cover that goes on the, as you sit on the mower, it would be the left side of the mower. It doesn't have anything in it but the cup holder and an opening. As you can see, an opening here, an opening for the gas tank and cup holder, and over here, as you can see, is the hour meter. Flip it upside down so you can look at it from the inside, and I'll give you different angles on it. There is a red or hot wire, and it's marked plus, and the negative, which is black, and I've got them bound together coming out of this top. And basically it comes out the bottom underside here on the bottom, so I can show you right there. Okay, so that cover goes back over here, and that hole that you see in the cover that I showed you fits over this gas thing here. And then the cup holder is down here in this area. So the wire is going to exit down here on this side and then cross this underside of this beam here. I'll lift the seat up. They told me to hook the wire to the solenoid, which is right here, which is a stupid remark, because you have power to the solenoid when the switch is on all the time. So the tire, even with the switch off and on, the power is to this side, and it shuts off once the engine is started on this side. So either side is not where you want to attach the wire. So going over here to this side of the mower, where you have your controls, I've loosened 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3, and set this aside, and I'm going to turn it upside down so you can see the part of this switch from the bottom. So there's some wires coming out of here. You can use any of the 3. Well, there's actually, on this side, there's room for 3. 1, 2 on the side, and the third one down here. This one here, there's 2 wires coming out. You can use this one that's free, or you could use this one, or you could probably use the gray one, because I've already checked the power to them. And once the switch is in the run position, there's power to this, and when it's off, there's no power to this. And this is, if you turn it upside down, this is your your engage switch, your plug. But I suppose we could try it over here on this plug. So I'm going to figure out just exactly which contact to use, and then I'm going to let you know. Now this is a little device that you can use to couple the wire. I'm going to show you. It's got a metal tab on top right there. It's got an insert for 2 wires. You can open this right here. You slip the main wire that you want to get juice from into one of the slots. I think it's the back one. Then the one you're adding to it slips in this barrel here, the open one. And once it's in, this clip out here folds over the top and when it quashes down on this metal tab here, it makes contact with both wires, and then it actually fastens when it's finished. It fastens underneath. If I can show you under here. So now to go back to this plug right here. This is on your control panel, okay? Let me let you orient here. This big plug here, I'm going to give you an angle on it so you can see which one it is. This plug. That is your mower blade, okay? Which is off when you're doing this. This one over here in the center, okay, this is the mower blade. To turn it on or turn it off, okay, and this one here is the one that actually you use to turn the mower on, okay. It has 3 positions: off, run, and then start, which it's spring loaded, and you click it to start. It engages a solenoid, and as soon as the engine fires, with or without choke, then you let go and it springs back to the run position, okay? So having said that, then you have to find a wire that's live when it's in the run position, and the wire I found is kind of a pink wire coming out of the switch, and I used a voltmeter to find that. So I'm going to fasten that clip on there with an extra wire, and then that's going to run down and join the one with a plug that goes underneath the tank where the hour meter is. I'll try and show you a picture of it when it's done. So this is what it looks like now. Here's the wire coming, the pink wire here. Show you it's separated. The pink wire is coming out of this plug right here, which is the ignition, okay, the one with the key in it, okay. In the run position now, this is the hot wire. In the off position, it's dead. And this is the red wire coming out of the splice. You don't have to splice anything. It's just one of those things that you put on, which I showed you earlier. And then that'll go over with the black wire. And there'll be a plug so you can disconnect in case you want to service the left panel of the mower, which goes, which holds the hour meter. So you won't have to worry about wires being too short when you take that panel off. You can just disconnect the plug and pull that side off, and then when you're ready to put it back on, you put it back on, and then just connect the plug between the two. But this will all be hidden, and when it's done, you won't even see it. Okay, so today I finished up the insertion of the hour clock on my Toro time cutter ss5000, and this is the finished product. That's what the hour clock looks. I'll point to it. Looks like, and the wiring was under your ignition switch here. There's three screws, one here, and one over here, and it just lifts up, and there's a pink wire that comes out of this ignition switch, and you just that's the one you use, and it is exiting down here and goes all the way over here. And I'll go to the left side of the mower as you sit in it, and then it comes along here, as you can see, and here's the plug that you can separate in case you have to take either this panel or the other panel off for servicing. And I just tacked it to this lightly to this gas line to give it some stability. I could have gone over here and then gone up, but I didn't. And So you have a ground wire and a hot wire, and that's it. The ground is just bolted to whatever ground you want to use on the frame. I happen to use the one over here. But that's what it looks like. And this plug is nice and orange. It's easy to see. It's easy to identify. The other thing I did was your controller arms here usually come with the screw with the controller arm and these two top holes here. And I'm 5'8.5" and weigh 190 pounds, or plus or minus, and way too much. But anyways, I'm too short, and my feet don't come up to this butt up here, and you can get to bouncing on the seat sometimes, and your mower will shut down because of the shut-off switch underneath the seat. So I moved the seat forward as far as it would go. My feet fit, and then I lowered each arm to the second setting here, which is the bottom two instead of the top two, and it makes it much more comfortable. So those are the other changes I made with this mower. For me, of course, it's operator dependent. It's kind of important to have an hour meter. It's nice to be able to know when you need to service certain things. If you're using synthetic oil on this mower, you might want to think about, according to some of the guys that work on these, I use synthetic oil on all my vehicles, my air compressors, my mowers, everything. And it mentions in the warranty information that you can use synthetic, but they do not ship it with synthetic oil in. But they recommend that you change the oil after the first 5 to 10 hours of use, preferably 5. 10 if you don't use it much, just for residential yard, maybe 1 or 2 yards. But bottom line is they want you to change the oil to get all the crap out of there, filings, metal filings that might have been, or whatever else might be in there in the break-in period. Once you reload the oil, do not use synthetic until you're at about the 200 mark. The reason you want to do that is you want to let the rings set in. That's what I hear from the boys that work on these things. I had not heard that before, but I am going to use that, I think. And then I will switch to synthetic. So again, an hour meter is kind of important from that standpoint. And don't forget about your air filter if you're working in a lot of dust and stuff. You're going to take it out. If you don't exchange it, at least blow it out periodically. And there's another little thing that I remember seeing on this particular mower. I'll take this catch here that I use to keep it up with when I'm bringing it into the garage. This area right here, it's got some nuts on it that loosens this shield over your pulley for your blade, and dirt and debris gets thrown into this, and it gets packed in here, and it can knock your belt off. So you want to make sure that you either blow it out under the edge here, or blow it out however way you get it, or if you're not sure, take the screws off. There's, I think, 3 or 4, and then service that way after about every 5 to 10 hours. Just one of those things to check and save you a lot of headache. So I put this movie together and put it on. I noticed there's not a whole lot on YouTube about this particular mower, but this will add some more information that people can use. So if I have any more to add, I'll do that later. This is G. Wooster signing off.